The Holocaust occurred during the Second World War, when millions were held captive and murdered because they were Jews. From 1933 to 1945, nearly 6 million Jews were killed by the Nazis.
Evil achieves its purpose by our perceiving through it or overcoming the challenge. It is specifically there as the obstacle. We can get caught in the obstacle, but it is only an obstacle with the specific intent that we overcome it. Therefore, evil can never overcome good. There is never the threat that evil will dominate the world. Evil will be as perfect of a challenge as we are capable of overcoming. And that's as a creation as a whole, and that's for every individual.
When the war was over in 1945, those who survived the camps, as well as other Jews from all over the world, moved to Palestine, a predominantly Arab country at the eastern end of the Mediterranean Sea, and fought to establish the State of Israel.
God said to us, it is yours, it isn't theirs. And then that's the Jewish position. We have this land because we have a mandate from God that this is the land that we are destined to inherit, and this is the land that we are destined to fulfill our function and role as the Jewish nation.
In 1947, Palestine was divided by the United Nations, and Israel was declared a state. The Jews finally had a homeland for the first time since 70 CE. From all over the world, Jews that had been living in other cultures moved to Israel. What the Jews found when they arrived in Israel was a desert land with a very limited capacity for agriculture. A few collective farms called kibbutzim had been established by early settlers, and these were used as models for a great many others. By working together toward the common goal of making the country self-sustaining and with limitless human energy and resourcefulness, the Jews made the desert bloom. They developed new agricultural technologies and communities where all shared equally the responsibilities and rewards. Today, these communities continue to provide Israel with much of its agricultural produce and provide a powerful bond with the land for their residents. In Jerusalem, the Wailing Wall is the focal point of much of Jewish life. This is the only remaining part of the temple complex, which dates back to the days of Solomon and was destroyed twice, the last time in 70 CE, almost 2,000 years ago. The Jews believe the Messiah will appear here to bring peace and harmony to the world. And at that time, the temple will be rebuilt as a house of prayer for all the people on earth. In Judaism is found the roots of two of the other world's major religions, Christianity and Islam. Jesus grew up as a Jew in Palestine. He worshipped in the synagogue and followed a radical Jewish leader, John the Baptist. Jesus emphasized mercy and compassion and encouraged his followers to adhere to the high moral and ethical standards that are the foundation of both Judaism and Christianity. Much of Muhammad's knowledge of religion came from Jewish sages who lived during his time. The Quran makes reference to a number of Old Testament prophets, among them Noah, Lot, Abraham, Moses, and David. And of course, the central idea of one God is common to all three faiths. In Jerusalem, these three faiths share and dispute the same ground. Within a relatively small area in Old Jerusalem, Solomon built the first temple of the Jews. Jesus preached, was crucified, and, Christians believe, ascended into heaven. And Muslims believe that Muhammad took his night journey from Jerusalem to heaven, where Islam teaches that he visited the throne of Allah. In the Torah is found the basis for the major rituals and festivals of Judaism.